I couldn't pay my credit cards. I couldn't pay my cars. I had to call my dad and ask him to see if he could lend me money. And he said, good luck, man. You got to figure this out. This one's on you. Everybody says, oh my God, you're so successful. I'm nowhere near what I want to be. My biggest mistake as an entrepreneur is when success comes around, relying on your ego. At the beginning, a young whippersnapper, as we call it. And when I started having success really quick. I thought that whatever I touched could not go bad. Life threw a lot of curveballs, including, 2 back surgeries, a pandemic and all that, to teach me that it's not really about the money. It's really about the effects that you have on people, how you make them feel. Once I changed to that mind frame, my life and my business totally changed and swapped. Yeah, money is important, right? But at the end of the day, money comes and goes. I thought my life was over. You always think that your life is over and, with a failure. I'm thinking back to when I was 22, man, and I couldn't pay my credit cards. I couldn't pay my cars. Stupidly, I got into a $9,000 a month car payments because I had 4 cars. I couldn't pay them, and I had to call my dad and ask him to see if he could lend me money. And, he said, good luck, man. You got to figure this out. This one's on you. You got into this mess. Now you got to get out of it. For that mistake, I had to pay many years of 20-hour days and working hard and trying to figure out how I was going to move forward and obviously get out of that mess. I don't have it figured out. I have so much left to figure out. I'm behind the 8 ball. I'm trying to figure out how to get it faster, but it just doesn't happen. And I always struggled with operations. Part of the struggle with that is just making sure that your systems are right, making sure that you're looking at the right things, making sure that you're focused on the right staffing, the right people on the bus. Just focus on your business. Don't focus on all the outside noise of, I've had so many cars, I've had the clothes, I've had the fun stuff. And I think a lot of people focus on that, and that's has zero importance in your life. The ego stepping in and making sure that your insecurity and what you have inside will not be outside in the world, and people won't know that you're struggling and that you're trying to figure it out. Everybody says, oh my God, you're so successful. But in your eyes, you might not be. Everybody has different standards, and my standards with myself are extremely high, and I'm nowhere near what I want to be. I don't know Johnny very well, but I think Johnny has it figured out. He's done so many successful projects, but I don't know him very well. I think Ruben is very successful. He's got 9 units, and he's been able to do it over the years. Andy from Black Bean Deli, he has 2 stores, and he's been able to be successful with them, and he has a great product. Alex from Foxtail, he's been able to grow that company in the last 10 years. All the guys from Hawkers, they have 15 stores. They've been successful. They've had to figure it out. All these people, I asked them for feedback and to just let me in, just to figure out what they did right and what they did wrong. That's the most important thing, to be open to listening to other people's struggle. When you walk into a room with a big ego and you think you got it all figured out, that's when you made the first mistake, because people are out there to give you the information and tell you what they failed at. But if you're not ready to take that information in and assimilate it, then you're wasting your time. I believe in being at the right place at the right time, but I will tell you, man, that at the end of the day, you can't replace hard work, and you can't replace being 100% into your business, actually 150%. Part of the struggle of being an entrepreneur is that you have to give up a lot of things. There's a price, and the price you pay is with your time. Whatever you dedicate yourself to and focus on is what's gonna make you successful. And I've had this chat with a lot of people around my life, which they know that I've given up so much. I've given up having a family early on in my years. I've given up relationships. At the end of the day, you don't know if you're gonna be successful, but I was willing to give up all that to just try and see if I can make it. And like I've said, I keep giving it up every day because I believe that in the end, I'm going to be able to reach what I wanted to do with my life, which is become successful in the restaurant business. I'd be interested in finding out about John from Track Shack, John and Betsy. I would ask them. They've created a business that's incredible and it's so community focused. They started this business so many years ago. I'd be interested in finding out what were their struggles, because I consider them very successful. They are my landlord for Pigzza, and they were a great support through that project. And I'd be interested in finding out, like, what did it look like before all this? How do you build a store like they built, and how do you build the systems to run these marathons for Disney all over the world? Like, how did you do that?